Well, this will be a great time to demonstrate how much freaking rain this yard gets. So here's the front door, and this is after maybe a little bit of water. Over here, got the issue with the driveway with the water coming up from down here and eventually going all the way up over here if it rains enough or fast enough. All completely flooded here. I believe all this water is coming out of this drain, which hooks up to this downspout, which goes up to here and takes about half of the house's worth of water and puts it down the drain. I think it's coming up through there and just overflowing and going to the lowest spot, which is over here. Let's go walk around the house this whole time. I don't know if you can hear it. It's nice and mushy. Over here you can see even more stopped water. There's no downspouts on this side of the house. This one empties down here. So there's standing water here. It's crazy. They had to come out and replace that electrical outlet because it had so much standing water that it had rusted through the metal after, 30 years or however old it was. So we got the downspout there. That just comes out, drains down here. But this part up here is higher than down there, so the water should just be flowing down. So we got standing water down here. We've got this downspout right here, which comes out somewhere down here. There's a hole in the ground somewhere where it comes out down here. Yeah, down there. And then this one over here comes out down right there. You can see the water coming out of it. That goes down to this whole area. So here's the part that Tractor Tim and I dug, which appears to be working. A couple minutes ago, this was flushing even faster than this. It was like rapids. You see all the standing water that usually was here, because there's kind of high and low spots as it goes back, is now actually draining. So you can see the clay soil we've got here. Even though there's a drainage that's 12 inches deep, there's still standing water right here that won't perk through the soil and go into the trench. Even over here, just like you can see it just running straight over the side, kind of. So I think putting this trench in is definitely going to help with drainage. Coming up, we have the drain that feeds from all of the garden beds. All the garden beds over here have rock underneath all of them, about 8 inches of number 4 crushed stone, and then there's a 3-inch perforated pipe that runs down the inside of it and collects over here. So even right now, that's working very well. I've never been out here to actually see that draining, but it appears to be working very well. When I eventually connect that pipe down here, I'm going to need to angle this correctly so the water doesn't try to go back up and then down because of the momentum and fight what's already coming down against it. But that's, in the future. So yeah, we've got a good 4 inches of water all the way, my big toe all the way up to my heel, or my Tim actually had the good idea of, I wanted to just stop here where this existing pipe that is completely clogged came out of, but he said to continue digging all the way in. So we did that. And it looks like it's draining pretty well. All the way back here, it's not my property, not my problem. It's actually owned by the developer because there's a river back there. They're not allowed to build on it.